What is up, homies? My name is Felix, and I'm here back again with another video for you all today. And yes, you read that title correctly. The second beat battle is here. It's happening. Get hyped. Get ready for it. I know you guys have definitely been waiting on it, so I figured I had to do it to them. So if you are at all interested in participating in the beat battle or even just watching the beat battle, stick around through this whole video because this video is just going to be packed with super important information that you're going to need regarding the beat battle. So yeah, before we get into that, before I cover all the information, make sure you guys check out my Instagram and my SoundCloud down in the description below, along with the playlist of songs I've produced, my beat store, my Discord, all that stuff. And also, another thing you guys should totally check out is a song that I just put up onto Spotify, Apple Music, and it's on SoundCloud and everything too. It's actually a remix of one of the first songs that I think I ever produced with my friend Cyerson, my good buddy old pal. So yeah, if you guys want to check that out, the links will be down in the description below. It sounds like this.
I've been laying low, waiting for the payroll. Once I get it, know I got it, I ain't never letting go. Well shit, cause I said so, hit a KO.
And now we can get into all the super important information about the beat battle. So the first and foremost, most important thing is going to be the date and time. So the beat battle is going to be live streamed here on this channel, the one that you're watching currently. And the live stream for the beat battle is going to be February 20th at 10 p.m. Central Time. So I'm gonna put a list on the screen of that time translated into all the different time zones so that you can look up your own time zone, 10 p.m. Central Time. Just make sure you remember that time and make sure that you tune in if you can, if you may. But however, if you can't tune in, that's perfectly fine. I'm going to leave it unlisted in my live streams playlist so you can go and watch it if you desire later on. Alright, so now that we have the date and time implanted into your brain, we can get into the more specific details about the beat battle. So there's gonna be some similar things to the last time we did the beat battle, and some things that are a little bit different to keep it, nice and fresh and spicy. So basically, the rundown of everything is that I give you guys a sample. There's gonna be a little twist on that I'll explain later on, but basically I give you guys a sample. You guys take the sample, you do literally whatever you want with it. You make whatever type of beat you want. You can make a trap beat, you can make a metal beat, you can make a pop beat, you can make a Tibetan throat singing type beat. Whatever you want to make, whatever's gonna slap, whatever's gonna catch my attention and be like, that's a good beat right there. So when you're making these beats, there's a couple things that you should keep in mind. So the first thing that you should keep in mind is that you're trying to impress a producer / multiple producers, because everybody watching are all also producers. So just keep that in mind, who your audience is here, who the judges are here. So your beat will basically be judged on like creativity, how creative you are with it. So if you basically just take the sample and make it into something completely different, something that sounds nothing like the original sample, you'll get some extra points for that. Also, a couple other things that will be judged is if your mixing is on point, if your drum samples, your VST samples and all that stuff are on point. All those things sound clean and everything. Make sure your beat doesn't get too repetitive, anything like that. And then the number one thing that you're going to be judged on, the thing that everybody's going to be keeping in mind, is if your beat is fire or not. I don't care what it sounds like, I don't care what kind of sounds you used. If it sounds fire to me, if it sounds fire to everybody else, you might just have a shot at winning this thing. So a couple other things that I should clear up: you can use whatever DAW you want, Ableton, FL Studio, LMS, whatever you want to use, literally anything, it doesn't matter, I don't care. Also, please only send me WAV or MP3 files. Do not send me project files. If you send me a project file of any kind, your beat will not be included. That's way too much of a hassle. Just send me WAV files or MP3 files. Also, only one submission per person, so don't send me 40 beats and think that I'm going to include all 40 of those. And then also, this is super important, when you finish with your beat, you're all ready to submit it and everything, and lock in your final answer, send it to my email. This is my email. Send it to that email. I'm going to put my email in the description as well. Please do not DM me asking me what my email is, because it's plastered on the screen right here and it's in the description. So yeah, that is where you send your beats. And then also, this is super important. I'm going to be very strict about this. Do not send your beats to me past 8 p.m. Central Time. So whatever that translates to in your time zone, do not send me any files in the 2 hours before the beat battle starts. The earlier that you can send in your beat is best. Do not send it in late, because that is really just annoying and it makes things way harder for me. So don't do that. Also, another thing that I mentioned last time when we had the last beat battle was that you don't have to use the full time to make your beat. You don't have to spend the entire time from literally the moment you see this to 7:59 p.m. Central Time on Saturday, February 20th, 2021 to be making your beat beat, you literally could make it in 5 minutes, 20 minutes, and if it's, you know, the most fire beat ever, you possibly could win. Alright, so I think that should be all of the basic stuff, all the stuff that I kind of mentioned last time out of the way. Make sure that if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask me, put it in the comments below, or send me a DM on Instagram if you want me to, you know, clear things up further. But yeah, so basically now I'm going to talk about the things that are going to make this beat battle a little bit different from the last beat battle. So the first thing is that I'm giving you guys 3 different samples to choose from, and all of the samples are the first link down the description below. It's a Google Drive link. You guys can go click on it and listen to all the samples, and having 3 samples basically means that you can pick one of the 3, or you can literally use all 3 if you want. If you can find a way to use all 3 in one beat, that would be pretty impressive. Or if you want to use 2 of them or something, whatever you want to do, get however creative you want, but you must use one of those samples that I've provided you guys with in some type of way. And if you don't use the sample in your beat, you will be disqualified from the competition, and I'll come to your house and throw an M&M at your forehead like this. And then another kind of important thing that I should mention is that of the 3 samples, 2 of them are like divided into different parts. So one of them is a guitar loop, and it has like the guitar chords, and then it has the lead placed separately. So if you're inside LMMS, you can drag it into Audacity and separate it into 2 different parts, and then drag it back into LMMS, because there's not really a great like sample editor inside LMMS. But if you're inside FL Studio or Ableton or whatever other DAW, I'm pretty sure it's super simple to just cut the sample in half and use the different sections. Alright, so the final thing that's different about this beat battle, which I think is the most exciting part, is that you can feel free to work with one other person. So if you want to get together with another producer and collaborate on the beat together, you guys, or girls perhaps, can make the beat together and then just have one person send it to me and say this was produced by me and this person. Just make sure that if you work with somebody else, you make it very clear that you and that other person produced the track, that there was 2 of you that produced it, because I don't want anybody's name to get left out or anything. But also make sure that you know that you don't have to work with somebody else. I just figured I would make this an option, and I would make this like a clear option that you can work with somebody else if you want, but it's totally not necessary. But if you're interested in looking for somebody to work with, you can go inside my Discord. There's tons of producers in there that I'm sure would be willing to collaborate. Just go in there and be like, yo, anybody want to collab for the beat battle? And hopefully you may get a response or 2. One thing I feel like might cause a little bit of confusion is the way the co-producers will fit into the bracket. So basically the way it'll be is just one space for 2 producers, and it'll be as if those 2 people are just one person basically. So yeah, hopefully that clears up any confusion about that. Also, the final thing that I have left to say is no, you cannot get the MIDI for any one of these samples, because I don't even have the MIDI for any one of these samples or the scale or anything like that. You guys are just gonna have to do this by ear. That's part of becoming a producer. You gotta be able to hear stuff by ear. But yeah, I just wanted to put it out there that the MIDIs for these samples literally do not exist. Alright, so I think that should just about do it for all the information that you're gonna need for this beat battle. If you have any questions, feel free to send me a DM on Instagram. Make sure you submit them by 8 p.m. Central Time this Saturday, February 20th. And make sure that you tune into the stream if you can 2 hours later at 10 p.m. Central Time the same day. Also, I don't usually say the whole thing about turn on the post notifications bell, but if you do want to get a notification for when the stream starts, if perhaps you may be a forgetful person or something, it probably would be a good idea to turn on those post notifications so that you'll know exactly when I go live. But I also will post it on Instagram when I'm about to go live, so make sure you guys check out my Instagram and my SoundCloud down in the description below, along with the playlist of songs I produce, my beats are my Discord, all that stuff. Go check it out. And yeah, I think that's gonna do it for me until this Saturday. So make sure you guys tune in, make sure you guys start cooking up your beats, make sure it's the most fire beat you've ever made in your whole life, and I will see you guys next time. Next time meaning this Saturday, February 20th, 2021, 10 p.m. Central Time will be the live stream.